Attention, passionate Dallas Cowboys fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East, and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Dallas Cowboys' path to another championship run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before we dive in, if you're a true Dallas Cowboys fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and fellow Dallas Cowboys fans. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, this is one of those moments that makes every Cowboys fan sit up and pay attention. The latest updates coming out of Dallas are nothing short of significant, and trust me, it's going to have ripple effects that could define the rest of the season. We all know that the Cowboys have been navigating through a challenging period, especially with injuries piling up and the division tightening around them. But this latest development might just shift the tides in their favor or, at the very least, reshape the conversation about their future. Let's start with what everyone is talking about right now. Ceedee Lamb, the heart and soul of Dallas' receiving corps, suffered a high ankle sprain in Week 3's tough loss. If you watched that game, you saw how vital Lamb is to this team. His route running, his ability to make plays after the catch, and his leadership on the field are unmatched in this offense. Losing him, even temporarily, is a huge blow. But what's interesting is how the Cowboys are planning to respond and what this means for their roster moving forward. With Lamb out, the Cowboys are turning to George Pickens as their new #1 receiver. Yes, Pickens, the talented rookie out of Georgia, has shown flashes of brilliance early in his career, but stepping into the #1 role isn't easy, especially in the NFL. He's got the size, the speed, and the physicality, but consistency and experience are keys here. Meanwhile, Jalen Tolbert, who has been patiently waiting in the wings, will move into the #2 spot, giving Dallas a more balanced receiver group that hopefully can compensate for Lamb's absence. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking: are there external options? Could Dallas look elsewhere if they believe Lamb's injury might keep him out longer than expected? Well, that's where it gets really interesting. Rumors have been swirling, and some names are being thrown around in NFL circles, but one potential trade target has been drawing a lot of attention recently: Tyreek Hill, the Miami Dolphins star receiver. Yeah, I know Hill is a game changer, one of the most explosive players in the league. But here's the catch. Hill is currently under investigation by the NFL for domestic violence allegations made by his ex-wife, Ceedee Vaccaro, as reported by TMZ. That complicates things considerably. Christopher Knox of Bleacher Report mentioned Hill as a possible trade fit for Dallas in exchange for a third-round pick. The idea is tempting. Adding a player of Hill's caliber could immediately boost the Cowboys' offense and give Dak Prescott a true deep threat. Of course, it's not that simple. Any trade package would have to be conditional, depending on Hill's availability for the rest of the season. The NFL is investigating him, and there's always the risk that Hill could face suspension if the allegations are substantiated or if the league decides to take action. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Dallas Cowboys news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let's continue with the big reveal. So imagine the Cowboys pulling off such a trade. It would send a message loud and clear: they're all in to win now, even if it means taking a risk. But is that risk worth it? For me, it's a complicated calculus. Hill is undoubtedly a 5-time first-team All-Pro, a player who can turn any game on its head with his speed and agility. But Dallas is a franchise that prides itself on stability, culture, and making smart, measured moves. Adding a player under NFL investigation could send the wrong message to the locker room, the fans, and even the league itself. It's a gamble, and not one that Jerry Jones or the front office would take lightly. That's why, in my opinion, Dallas might be better off staying the course with their current receiver group and hoping Lamb can recover quickly. They've got talent in the likes of Brandon Cooks, Michael Gallup, and Jalen Tolbert, and even with Lamb out, Prescott has shown he can spread the ball around effectively. The key now is health. If Lamb can return sooner rather than later, and if the offensive line can hold up, Dallas' offense still has the firepower to contend. But let us not forget that the Cowboys' season isn't just about their receivers. The defense has been a mixed bag so far, though recent games have shown flashes of the dominant unit everyone expected. The addition of players like Jadeveon Clowney, who has been getting his first reps with Dallas, could be a game changer. Clowney is a proven pass rusher, a guy who can add that much-needed edge presence to complement Micah Parsons' relentless pursuit of the quarterback. Speaking of Parsons, he has been absolutely electric, living up to his hype as one of the league's premier defenders. His ability to get to the quarterback, disrupt plays, and set the tone for the entire defense is unmatched. If the Cowboys can get more consistent pressure from their front seven, it could cover up some of the issues in the secondary and keep opposing offenses in check. This defense has the potential to be elite, but consistency and health will be the deciding factors. Now, looking at the broader picture, the NFC East is shaping up to be one of the most competitive divisions in recent memory. The Eagles are still flying high, the Giants are showing resilience, and Washington is rebuilding with a mix of young talent and veteran savvy. For Dallas, it's about finding their rhythm, staying healthy, and making smart moves at the right time. The trade deadline is approaching, and it's likely that Jerry Jones and his team are weighing all options whether to make bold moves or to trust the current roster and develop their young players. And let us talk about the schedule. The Cowboys have some tough games ahead, including matchups against divisional rivals and playoff contenders. Their ability to handle adversity, especially with Lamb sidelined, will be tested. But if they can get contributions from unexpected sources and maintain their defensive intensity, there's no reason they can stay in the hunt. The NFC is wide open this year, and every game counts. Now, I want to highlight some of the recent key performances that give us hope. Dak Prescott has been showing flashes of the quarterback we saw during his breakout seasons. His connection with Cooks has been promising, and the offensive line, despite some hiccups, is starting to gel. The running game, led by Tony Pollard, remains a solid foundation, giving Prescott the versatility to attack through the air or on the ground. But the true X factor remains the health of Lamb. His return could give Dallas' offense a new dimension that defenses will have to respect, opening up even more opportunities for the other receivers and the tight ends. On the defensive side, players like Leighton Vander Esch and Trevon Diggs continue to be the backbone of the unit. Diggs, with his ball-hawking skills, can change the course of a game with an interception or a big play. If they can sustain pressure and limit big plays, Dallas' defense can carry them into the postseason. The addition of Clowney, if he can stay healthy and integrate well, could add that physical presence that's been missing in certain matchups. Now, let us zoom out a bit and talk about the history of the Cowboys. This franchise has been synonymous with winning, with 5 Super Bowl titles, a storied legacy, and a culture that's built around resilience and big-game mentality. Even in tough seasons, Dallas fans remain passionate, and the team always seems to find a way to bounce back. This year feels different, though. There's a sense of opportunity, a window that's open wider than it has been in recent years. The NFC is more balanced, and the Cowboys have the talent to make a deep run if everything clicks. But it's not just about talent. It's about mindset, coaching, and making the right moves at the right time. Mike McCarthy has been adapting his game plans, and the team's leadership is holding everyone accountable. The Cowboys' locker room is focused, motivated, and hungry to prove they belong among the league's elite. And with the recent injuries, the resilience of this team will truly be tested. How they respond to adversity could define their season. In closing, folks, the Cowboys are at crossroads. The injury to Lamb is a setback, but it's also an opportunity for others to step up and show what they're made of. Whether it's Pickens, Talbot, or a future trade target, the key lies in how well Dallas can adapt and execute. The potential trade for Hill, while alluring, comes with serious caveats that make it unlikely in the short term, especially given the NFL's ongoing investigation. Instead, staying the course, trusting their young talent, and focusing on health and consistency might be the smarter move. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on all this? Do you believe Lamb will return soon enough to keep the season on track? Or do you think Dallas should explore external options, even with the risks involved? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cowboys. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Dallas Cowboys news. Together, we keep the passion alive and look ahead to what promises to be an exciting season. Thank you for watching, and as always, go Cowboys.